Sabrina is trying a Trinidad favorite here in the kitchen. She is making corn soup. It's like we've stepped into the savannah.
Okay, so every country has one. America is the cheeseburger. Germany is the Frankfurter. Frank, you have one. For Trinidad, it's corn soup.
So the ingredients are corn, squash, onion, yam, garbanzo beans, green seasoning, pimento pepper if you have one, garlic, carrots, potato, green onion, flour, butter, 1 bouillon cube, thyme, and ghee. The 3 ingredients here that are not captured are celery, coconut milk, and all-purpose seasoning. For my mise en place, I peel and cube the yam, peel and mince the garlic, I mince my peppers, peel and cube the squash, clean and mince the green onion, shuck and clean the corn. I then slice the corn into bite-sized pieces. I reserve 1 corn on the cob to cut the kernels off.
Ever since we got off the plane in Trinidad, Sabrina just is incessant. She can't stop talking about all the food we have to taste in Trinidad. Doubles, it's a roti. Then there's bacon shark. Now it's corn soup. Corn soup. Look, I'm starting to think that we came to Trinidad to eat, which is fine with me. I see this big pot of corn soup. And you can just smell it. So I had to at least try.
Oh.
Went up and I asked her for the secret recipe. So what's your secret recipe?
Pimento peppers. Pimento peppers.
Pimento peppers.
You smelling it? That's my secret recipe.
I can't believe Frank asked her for that. I could have told him what the ingredients were. Now he thinks he has the secret recipe.
Son of the marvel, Parliament soil. Parliament, the home of the sides and the seasoning. Spoon, napkin, lids.
What is Diaz Park name?
Diaz, that's our last name.
Oh, that's 2 last names?
Yeah, Diaz and Clark, yeah.
The Port of Spain is Trinidad's major city. And it has this place called Queens Park Savanah. Queens Park Savanah is to Port of Spain what Central Park is to New York.
My grandmother, her mother, used to sell long time.
Your mother?
Yeah.
So you guys have been doing it for generations. Wow,
She's
that's
one
a
of the first
blessing.
person to sell corn soup around the savannah here.
Really?
Well, actually one of the person to sell corn around the savannah here, yeah. So probably, yeah. So.
Legend has it that her grandmother was the first person to sell corn soup on the savannah. Is it true? I don't know. But it tastes like it.
So we decided to bring a bit of Trini back home to our kitchen. So I start out with a large stock or soup pot.
Grab the butter and
I split my onions in ghee and butter. The recipe traditionally calls for golden ray.
So Sabrina is trying to make corn soup.
I am making corn soup.
Well, she's making corn soup, but she doesn't have the secret recipe.
Secret recipe.
She doesn't have it. So we'll see what it tastes like.
It's gonna be delicious.
Americanized.
I got all of the needed spices.
Do you have the secret recipe?
Yes, I do have the secret recipe.
You are not told the secret recipe.
Frank thinks he knows the secret recipe.
She's trying. I'll give her an A for effort.
And you're gonna give me an A for taste and authenticity when you taste it.
Often what?
Authenticity. So we are sweating our onions right now. The room smells delicious.
See how nervous she is? She just admitted that she's sweating.
If I'm an onion,
She doesn't have the secret recipe.
it smells like onion and garlic and butter. You smell that?
That's not real butter. That's margarine.
Add salt to your onions while they sweat. Then add celery, garlic, squash, green onion, and fresh thyme. Let those flavors marinate.
Sabrina is trying a Trinidad favorite here in the kitchen. She is making corn soup. It's like we've stepped into the savannah. It's like
Doesn't
we've
smell like it
stepped
yet.
into the savannah. I smell a little bit of the savannah. It's like we're in Port of Spain right now. These are the early stages of the corn soup. The very early stages of corn soup. She's in the middle of it right now. And
We need the soca music. That's what's missing.
soca music would be helpful. We can add that in later during the post-production.
You gotta dance while you're cooking. That's the secret recipe.
That's a secret.
Yes.
There is a secret ingredient to corn soup that only I know.
Which is dancing while cooking.
I'm not. She's hard at work. She's hard at work.
All right. The next thing is
Next, I add garbanzo beans,
I actually made those garbanzo beans.
whatever.
I did. I boiled
my
them.
bouillon cube,
Seasoning cube.
Is that your secret ingredient?
No, this is the regular ingredient.
It looks like chicken bouillon. Is that what it is?
and water, enough to cover the food.
It's natural spring water.
From the faucet.
Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. This is straight out of Trinidad. Do not try this at home. I repeat, do not try this at home.
I wouldn't suggest you try it at home either, Frank.
Now Sabrina's slices are a little larger. They're on the large side.
Actually, once this is done, the process is supposed to puree all the cooked stuff.
Oh,
But we don't
that's what
have
they
the
do?
puree yet.
Once it's simmered, you puree it. In my case, I didn't have a pureer, so I mashed it.
Yay! Look how it looks.
After it simmers, I add my carrots,
Pepper. Spicy pepper. My own homemade green seasoning. And all-purpose seasoning. Potatoes. Cut the corn. And then the whole
corn pieces, sliced corn, salt to taste,
Give it a stir, stir. Might add some water to it. Oh yeah. Is it starting to look like your corn soup, babe?
more water to cover, and coconut milk.
Sabrina's soup is looking pretty tasty. Her corn soup is looking pretty tasty. Sabrina's corn soup would be perfect if she knew the secret recipe.
Looks good.
It's almost there, babe.
Yeah.
It's almost there.
Gotta cook it down and then add the dumplings.
Now let's let it simmer. To make my dumplings, I used 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of water. I poured the water in and mixed by hand enough to get it doughy. I turned the dough out onto a floured surface and kneaded it until it came together into a nice round ball. I rolled the dough out into a long rope and used a sharp knife to cut it into tiny bite-sized pieces. When you boil the dumpling, they will swell.
Woo. Nice. Look how beautiful that looks. Does that look good, babe?
I think it looks really good.
Okay, now it's time to add the dumplings.
All right, here comes the moment of truth. Sabrina's corn soup. I see the corn. It has corn.
It has corn, dumplings,
I
carrots.
see the dumplings. I see them. The seasoning is very rich. The aroma's there.
It's hot.
It's very hot. You have to blow. Have to blow.
That's very good. Can use a little bit more pepper sauce.
Good job, babe.
You can have my secret recipe though.